What's the deal, yo? What was on? Okay, we're back. October 15th. What a closure to the week. We closed with no top wick last week. But I think we still have to come up to maybe 35, 40 areas before, if we are to drive down, or maybe create a top wick on this current candle, this daily candle maybe, before we can actually break it. So maybe today could be a rangy day. But we'll see. If we start breaking down here, coming back up to retest the highs, maybe we can take advantage of it. The hourly's close bullish here, the support, right? Let's see how far down we can pull back. Isn't bad. Wow, we opened up straight bearish volume today. Let's see. It's a little tough here because we should come back to the bottom of this range technically, but I think before we do actually have a drive down below 21, we're going to need to retest the highs here. Let's see. 30 closed above. How much is this flip here? We can come down a little bit lower. Maybe break the previous 15. I know the weekly just started. It's just it's a little difficult to reprice here. I will say though, the 5 had we're still respecting the resistance here. If we're expecting to grab more orders, probably above it to drive. What up, Zoom? If you guys want to unmute, you can unmute. If you got questions or if you want to discuss ideas, we can kick it. You can open up your cams if you want. We're in a 5-minute range, we're in a 1-minute range, we're in a 15-minute range. We did not close above the overall here on the 15. The 30 closed above, but still within these wicks, so there's a chance we drive up, but ideally then we would have pulled back a little further. If we flip here, yeah, that'll be the hourly onion. What I don't want is to flip, make a top wick, and come right back down. Because this candle could flip, see a very small drive, and come right back down. We're still below the 5-minute resistance. Had a long day. Got home like 40 minutes ago. Ate some delicious buckwheat. If anybody eats buckwheat, it's delicious. With some chopped up marinated, whatever it was, some kind of steak. Some kind of, I don't know. My wife always cooking up some shit. What up, Spectral? The thing is, alright, so we're so bullish, right? Fundamentally, I've been saying it all week, but we also closed above the weekly high, so I'd expect some kind of pullback this week before we drive up. I just don't know if we're gonna flip and drive or if we're just gonna flip on this candle, because at some point we should flip. I don't know if we're gonna flip and drive though. But look at this. Last week was so bullish. It's hard to believe all of a sudden we're going to go all the way straight down with nothing, not much news changing the economic world environment or the military world environment. Almost 18K subs. Awesome. Be there tomorrow or tonight. So the market's so fresh, yeah. So we kind of have to set up. We're forced to set up the 4 hours. Just the initial 4 hour of the new week, the new day. Let it react and settle down to everything that went on over the weekend. Create some ranges, right? But overall, if we look back, as we drive up here, we tend to not stick around here for long. So I'm thinking it could be a bottom wick and drive straight up. Let's see what's doing here, which way it decides to go, because any positions here, 50-50. Hey, W just joined the table. Come true. Welcome. Also, got our little resistance, right? Got our support here. And we had a strong push down in the higher time frame to into the market. What typically happens from ranges like this is we'll bounce out of it to drive the other way, right? So at this point, you need to be real careful as the market starts coming up here, right? Doing something like this. We're going to need to make sure that we're getting these pushes on the higher time frame, and if we're getting those closures outside on the higher time frame, it's highly likely that we're going to come up here and retest these highs. So your goal will be to recognize on the smaller time frame, right, at that point, the respect of these areas here, whether it's candles wicking down and eventually closing bullish, right, or if it's just us coming down to that area and closing above it, right. Let's do this. As long as we're respecting this area, once we get up above there, then we can start looking for bottom wicks to, to these areas. This is where we'll drive up from. As you can see, once you close outside over here, look at this bottom wick. So at least to here. You get a bottom wick to there, and we'll look to take this up. So right now, that's the idea. Let's see what happens. So it's not why the idea started. Initially, I was saying is because we had this is if we end up closing above here on the higher time frame. But if we're going to consistently reject this area, right, and we start getting these hourly closures also like this, these 30-minute closures, then we'll look for the top wick to this area again to take us down, right, and ideally even further down. But realize that for us to do this whole move down, we're going to need to grab some orders, whether it's here, whether it's here. So let's see if we can take advantage of that understanding. We might even get buys into from 25 to 27, 28, expecting that we need orders above here to come down. So we'll see. Yeah, you want to take the buys here on the bottom wick of the hourly, and we might still drive up, but I don't have any indication of that right now. We might even come back down in range. Look at the 15. Previous 15, no top wick. We just made it one for it, and about to flip. If that happens, we're going to fill the wick down on the 15. See, but the 30 and the 1 have grabbed some orders at the previous candle's body low, which means, because that's the range, right, on the smaller time frame. Range is like this, like this, like this right now on the smaller time frame. Oh, hold on, Wix 12 is here. Kids getting ready for school tomorrow. Yeah, so we've grabbed orders from the bottom of the small time frame range. Might come up. Like to get something tonight because tomorrow might be a short session. It's my mother's birthday tomorrow, so I'm gonna come in here. We're gonna do a live, but I'm gonna try to keep it short. On my pop's birthday earlier in the year, we had a 45-minute stream. I came in, we got W on like minute 15, and we called it a stream in like 45 minutes. It was funny. I was like, oh, back to my pop's birthday. It's 15 flipped, fill the wick. levels or this top, so we're back into a weekly range. That tells us we have to come up. We also don't have a top wick on the previous weekly, telling us we need to come up there and grab orders and then come down. So both situations tell me we still have to come up here. And just after respecting which low. This is what we're mirroring on the 4 hour. Possible buy zone. Yeah, possible. Just trying to see what's realistic for this session. And the thing is, if we get down there, there's quite a few things that still have to happen. I think 1914 is more likely, but let's see, we got 3 minutes here left for the 30. The hourly's never flipped. This is closing back within these wicks. Below the 15. Let's see if we can get a top wick maybe on the next 30. Next 15. Unless it happens right now and just drives down. The thing is, if we break 21,786, I'd rather start looking for sells. Yeah, it's a mixed bag right now. Different time frames are telling me different things. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Oh, Martin in the house. Come through. 16-ish looks better? Yeah, like 16, 14-ish, 15-ish looks better. I agree. No direction. There's no direction here at all right now. I believe this is going to be a highly volatile week based on last week. There's some ranges we're going to have to fill, and we're going to have to retest the highs here at some point. All right, that's our 30 close. Close bearish. Close back below range. We might make a top wick and come down here. How will that look? Here, huh? Deeper top wick is what I want. It's gonna flip and drive. Right, because we're gonna have to make a lower low to drive. Chat, yeah. Hold on. We're gonna have to make a lower low here in order to drive here, especially on the next 4 hour if we are to flip. So I'm gonna take a sell here right now. Just took a sell. I'm not expecting this hourly to flip yet. If it starts flipping, we start closing bullish, then so be it. Target's 96 here. My stops are about the current 87. Yep. The previous 30 closing bearish and back in this little range here. I'm expecting us to fill the range down. That's our advantage point, right? Our advantage point roughly 16, 17 pips before we make a decision here. So and we also close below here. Wanted a better entry. It's alright. I wanted a steeper top wick for a better entry. want this to be the bottom wick on a 5, but the 5 we just spent the first also, most of it, majority of it, coming down, so let's see. I'm also off the expectation that we're gonna have to re-break the lows at some point here if we need, because we're gonna need some orders to drive up. Quite a few reasons why I'm in here. Spread's pretty big though. My spread's at like 2.5 right now. I have my keyboard ready. Because once you break these lows, you might see a pullback. So I'm not gonna close anything yet, but I'll go break even unless we pump to these lows. I'm looking to around 23.35. 23.35. I'll close 75% of my position. Another 5 pips. Actually got a better entry than it is on screen here. I got an entry at 4.2. 400. Entry is right there. Actually, yeah, that's the entry. Oh, wow. A couple of more pips. Gonna go break even here. Wow. And a couple more pips. There we go, chat. I'm gonna close 75% of my position right here. Got 75% of my position is closed at 12 pips, and I'm gonna let the rest rock. This is now break-even trade, house money. Awesome, thank you for coming through. Win number. Number 56 on the year. So what I'm gonna do is we got a really good entry overall. The next 4 hour has to pull back here, create a top wick. but we've created. It's come up really strongly here, so I don't know how we're gonna react right now on this hourly. But ideally, you know what? Let's see. Let's see. Because I've closed 75% of my position. Maybe I'll trail stops. Down to the bottom, it's 25. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna let this rock. Once in a while, like we're overdue for a runner. Like it's gotta happen. Like one of these days. We've left runners, I think, on every position last week. We're overdue, so let it go. Maybe we'll have massive volume off the start of this weekly candle, right off the rip. We created a top wick, right? To like, yeah, let's see. But we got an early stream and it's house money. Up to you how you want to manage risk at this point. Should be at least 15, 16 pips up. Yeah, win number 56 on the year.
We got a runner!
Yes, we do. Nothing wrong with completely closing out your positions. Take, secure the bacon and, go enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or if it's Monday morning for you, the rest of your Monday. Congrats, you guys. Whoever took that with me. Thank you for coming through. Already made my fee for next month. Big W, yes. Good job. Sunday sessions are underrated, honestly. We'll get some sessions that range, or the beginning of the week, right? They'll start off, but like the days that Sundays pays, it pays. Like it's worth it. The week's just starting out. The thing is, it's kind of hard to read the markets, like I told you guys initially. It's not too easy to read the markets there. But we can kind of apply logic to, like, if it hasn't formed yet, and we know what to expect, and logically what the market needs to do before it drives, right? You'll have to break lows to come up. Right now it's house money, and if you survive, great. We're overdue for a runner. If not, then well, that's 75% of the position is closed here. What's up, Matasi?
Hey, how are you? Wes.
Good. Did you take that with us?
No, I was sleeping, yeah.
You were sleeping? What do you mean you were sleeping? You weren't on stream here?
No.
Figured you were on the YouTubes, saw it, and decided to log into the Zoom. I had like signal alerts. Would have been better, but not the case. There might be more opportunities in the next hour with the 4 hour, because the 4 hour hasn't even closed yet. This is a pretty early trade for us. Right? But you would need to close below here, and in the hourly, and then you would probably look for a really, actually, hold on. I want to see where the top wick comes. Oh, okay. If we're able to I don't know where this top wick would be, because every time it comes through this range, we just tend to drive. 17. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is where I'm gonna put it. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a PP here at around 1917, 70 pips. Because I think that's actually realistic the way we're moving here. But we would really need to come down here on the 4 hour. We have the last 15 of the 4 hour left. There's a real possibility we get a runner. Is it valid to focus on buys? Yes, completely. But I don't focus on buys. I focus on both, right? Understanding that, yeah, the longer term, like once we start flipping bullish on the higher time frames, we're gonna drive. Like, you're wrong, right? We're breaking highs of higher time frames, the top wicks of higher time frame candles. You know, then you're wrong. But we started the week off with this pullback. It'll be hard for just this initial flip. Like, this was just market correcting for whatever happened over the weekend. It needed to come back to this area. Now we're gonna decide for price, you know, for where it wants to go. We want a sharp drive here, though. We don't want to hold support, because then the next 4 hour top wick might take us out. We want to fill the range before this 4 hour. But don't focus on the buys or the sells. Understand where the buys can take you and how they can, you know, screw you if you're wrong, or how the sells can screw you if you're wrong because of the bullish market sentiment. And understand that we're highly likely to retest the highs here, even with the previous week closing, you know, with no top wick. It was so bullish that we're highly likely to retest the highs, one. Number two, if we are to come down, we're going to need a top wick above the current candle, about above the current daily high. I would expect a bullish move eventually to 45.50, and depending on what happens with the war, we maybe even all-time highs. But right now, we need to correct some of what happened last week, right? To grab orders. Because all of last week, right? Look at that, the entire week. We blew through a lot of orders here, and there's so many more to come down and grab to take us up further. So I think we can definitely, out of the entire week last week of thousands of pips, I think we can grab, you know, 70. It's possible. Yeah, I mean, if everything settles down, the price of gold will plummet. Not of any actual effect, but because just of the news, right? It does nothing. Like, people don't even have to take their money out yet for gold to react. Gold will react when money this comes out of it, right? The markets will react, but just the news of it and the anticipation of knowing that the money will come out of it will drive the price down. So if you're able to get ahead of it, right, and kind of read between the lines of what's happening on the world stage, you're able to. That's how a lot of people make a lot of money. Generational wealth. That's it, right? You just got to get ahead of the market. You got to know. We that's not what we do, right? We follow the market, but in situations where life affords you that opportunity to get ahead of the game, hey, you take that opportunity. You know, the opportunities are all around us. It's up to you if you choose to see it or not. We break the previous 4-hour low. I mean the previous hour low. Yes, we did. So this is, there's nothing wrong with securing profits here, right? You should be, I got 30, the 5 closed here with no bottom wick, right? You might come back up in range, but I'm leaving this. So just because 75% of my position is closed, we have really good entries for the next hour. Depends on how the hourly closes, right? Only issue here is the 5-minute, but let's see. I want this position to pay me more than my original, so 75% of my original. I'm kind of even here with like what my original position paid me and what the runner would pay me here, so it would be like double. But like I said, nothing wrong with managing risk there with the 5 closing with no bottom wick. Small indication of running out of range. You also have to understand that we just grabbed some orders below here. We haven't been below this previous candle low for a while, so since last week. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's last hour.
استخدام على شكل قلب.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna take any more positions tonight, but I really want to see this run go. Nice. It's possible we get the 15 closure below here. Next hourly opens up with a top wick, breaks the 15, but not the hourly high. It's all possible. But I think we've attempted a runner all of last week. The week before that, we've been attempting runners because volume in the markets. All right, 5 minutes left in this 4 hour. Don't want the 15 to flip, but that's also possible. And we'll end up driving up. Give me a minute. I'll go grab a drink. A few crazy runners last week, I think from 1872 to 1922. Yeah. Supercharged my fund, not waiting for the payout. Oh, that was already with a live funded. Got 1 minute here for the hourly close. We have no top wick on the previous hourly. We still have to come back up there at some point. Close below this line. We close below 1921.78. Alright, if we close below it, I'm going to leave the position open, but we need to close below, and yeah, I mean, we close below. I'll leave it open here. Let's see if we can survive the top wick here on this hourly. If we can survive this top wick and drive down, it'll be great. That's it. That's what we made the decision to do. We closed below, barely below, but we closed below. Massive volume came in at the end also, right? Basically got that entire 30-minute candle. And we survive top wick. At this point, if we flip and re-break the lows, we're fine, because we made a top wick, came down, broke the lows. Now we're coming up. So it should be a steep drive up and a steep drive down. If we survive that, we're good. A W, congrats. Congratulations on win number 56 on the year. For me, whatever, for Asian session, whatever it is for you. Hope you guys are having a great quarter four. We started with a W, and that's how we're spending it so far. It's been nothing but wins. And gang, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna leave the runner where it is. I might think if we start getting to these 15-minute lows, 15 support, like around 18.8, 18.7, I might think about closing full. For now, it's 19.8, 19.18.7, 19.18, 19.19. But for now, it's at 19.17 is my PP, 19.17.5. If I close early, I'll probably jump into the Discord, to Wix's table or something like that, to the Clubhouse chat and post it. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna call it, because I'm not gonna take any more positions. I don't want to just sit here and watch the runner. We might range here, we might trickle down, trickle up, and I'm not gonna take any more positions. Right? But that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on Don's stream. He's back at 8 a.m. Eastern, and then we'll continue this for the public session Monday through Thursday. We'll do the entire week next week. Make sure you're there at 8 p.m. Eastern. Alright, guys. Congrats if you took this W with us.
Wix,
Later,
take care
Montessori.
and see you inshallah back
Yes. See you tomorrow. Always into you guys.
tomorrow inshallah.